Hello, everyone, again. Welcome to Flying with Mike, a special stream, if you will. And welcome. We're going to revisit disaster yesterday. Minus, we're not going to be on FlyJsim today. They're wall-to-wall up there, and I'm not taking a chance. So, in case there was a failure, that's always a possibility. We're going to fly it offline, see what it happens. Although, looking at that sky, that's about 100% better than yesterday's sky. We were cloudy here, rainy, stormy, everything you could imagine up in next to snow, up in Boston, And we're going to try it again today. Different runway we are setting up for up there. But definitely no ATC today. Although, PAI447 was in the back of my mind. Alright, so as you can see, we're going to try it again. 727, 100. November. What is our tail number? I've forgotten already. And it's not visible. I think it's like, oh, there it is. It's in the sunlight. November 836. November is going to be the Chariot. And as you can tell, like I said yesterday, this is the telltale sign. Other than the fact it's kind of stubby looking from the 200. That main looking door you enter in the front is midship. So that's a key identifier if you ever see one of these planes. Chances are you won't. So I don't even know. I think there's a couple of airlines and charter groups that may still fly them. But the 200 Advanced was more popular. So hard to say. Cargo companies loved the 727s. So, all right, so enough. So let's get up in the cockpit. See what kind of trouble we're going to cause today. Instead of like yesterday, stand by, I'm going to close the window next to me. One of those things I thought about in the beginning of the stream doing, but I thought, nah, it's a little warm in the house. No, it's going to get chilly, and then I won't be able to because I'll be in the same place I was yesterday, nosediving for the ground if I go through with it. So, we're in the cockpit here, folks. We're pretty much ready to go. So if you're wanting to follow along, granted, we're not on FlyJsim, we're not even on PAI447, so, you know, blast off whenever you want. We're just going to set some things here and double check our radios, and we're going to do a quick talk about the flight and then actually execute the flight. Oh, I didn't even realize I might not have been on Unicom earlier today. Oh well, no foul, no harm. Or no harm, no foul, whatever the saying goes. Alright, let me get Piedmont Virtual up and running here. Again. Alright, start the flight. Hopefully this time we end in one piece. Alright, so let's see, how would be the best way to show radios and everything? Let's see how that pans out. Pulling up charts right now. Don't think it's going to work. Nope. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it will. Let's see. A little better. Alright, so coming out of Baltimore, we're down here. We're just going to go, like I said, to Sea Island, up here to Hampton, Norwich 7, into Boston. You know what? One thing I could do, bear with me, I'm just going to resize this a little. There we go. That's plenty. Alright, so we're going to go out again on the Paleo 3. Everything out of here is the same. Paleo 3 off runway 15 right. All right, so basically the instructions are for the fly runway heading, and then vectors to the transition. So we're going to come off here, aim for paleo, and that's going to intercept the... One second. Trying to figure this out. 4, 2, 3. I'm going to go with the radial 276 off Sea Island. It's confusing. I'm starting to think we intercept 9-1 off of IAD's VOR, fly that to speak, and then this one's where it gets very confusing because 44 is not the reciprocal of that. So we're just going to keep it simple. 14.8. Let's put that here. And then also, like I said, folks, you'll get a flavor again for it in a second. Those that were here yesterday, forgive me for repetitiveness. All right, so again, paleo, speak, Donald, out to Sea Island. We're coming off all other runways. No altitudes restrictions or anything. So that's our departure, folks. All right, so we'll come up here now to the radios themselves, or to the gauges, and we were saying 276, so that'll be 96. That's the reciprocal inbound. There we go. And our departure runway heading is 155. Now, if you're never not sure, folks, a little tip, use the OBS here. Set it to 155, then center the needle, and then you can go back. 96 is easy to find. It's just something simple, folks. Use the gauges when they'll help you. All right. Now we're parked again, Bravo 2, which will be a simple pushback facing west. Simple taxi on T to Tango 3 to Papa to the runway. Very simple, very easy to do. Now, after SIE, what is our game plan? Not to be on FlyJsim. Okay, so after SIE, we're going to track out until, boy, they are so all together. I think it's Manta. At Manta, we're going to get on, we'll be on the FMC, by the way. We're going to head up to Hampton, which is 13.6, so back down. Wasn't supposed to do that. My screen all of a sudden filled. There we go. I must have right-clicked somehow. Seem to be doing that quite a bit, folks. Must be something with old age. I'm just getting my flight plan back in here so I can get a better read. 13.6. Okay, so over here. And 13.6. Okay, so we're set radio-wise. All right, let's get those peeps aboard. Today's flight, folks, with Sim Toolkit coming up. Shows we are boarding not radios load. 79 peeps, 18,170 pounds, giving us that zero fuel weight of 107,000 pounds roughly. We're a little heavier than that. Fuel, 19,744. I think we're heavier than that. Let's find out. Okay, so let's see here. If I pull this up, you can't see it. All right. So we're looking at 19,744. Fuel is 19,810, so a little heavier on the zero fuel weight. We got 1,200 pounds of cargo and 80 peeps. So we're ready to go, folks. Real quick, run through the checklist. Cockpit prep and procedures are complete. To see those, basically it's battery on. Battery switch located here is on. We're on external power. Stall warning check, that's up here. You can do your flight recorder check at the same time. Make sure the light comes on. Went through all the lights are functioning as of the moment I checked them. Emergency exits are on. Act signals are on. Do a check. Window heat is now coming on. Radios, radar, and transponders set. Let's verify. Okay, radar off. Transponders right here at 2,000. And the good old parking brake pulled and the red light's on. So we're set, ready to go, folks. Let's get the APU on. We'll power back. TCAS, we're now running with parking brakes are set. Stabilizer trims are normal. Rudder, fuel, hydraulics, flight ground switch. You'll find that over on the other side. Right here is in ground. We'll move that to flight, hopefully a lot sooner than we did last flight. Flight recorder check, gear pins are removed, papers aboard. Let's do the before start through, which is what we are. Window heats on, smoking and seatbelts on, instruments check, radars, transponders set, parking brake, fuel, hydraulics set for now. They'll be changing momentarily, folks. That is our before start checks. Now let's get to starting the APU. First thing, I always forget to do this, and it's not required in this plane. Well, rephrase that, not required in this version of the plane in the sim. It is required if you want it to start in the real world. Let's turn the APU on. 1, 2, 3. There's your 3 count, and then she'll start spooling up. Okay, we're just waiting on the APU to start up. Once we fire up, again, like I said yesterday, it usually tops out between 5 and 6. Should fall off, but for me, 9 out of 10 times, it climbs up higher. It's got to mean something. Can't figure it out, folks. So again, welcome aboard Flying with Mike, a special stream we're doing. Should only take about an hour and a half total time to get from here to Boston. We have everything programmed in for the flight, so we don't have to get rushed or hurried at any point in this flight. There you saw it stable, there it climbs. I don't get it. Other streamers, I see it fall off, so I don't know what I'm doing. Other than I just have one of those 730 or 27s that's just a problem. A problem. Alright, so we're on. Let's get over here. Switch into APU. Come down. Alright, now, let's get the A hydro... Oh, wait a minute. They stay off, sorry. To the before start. Okay, beacon's on. Let's first get up top here. While we're here, galley power needs to come off during the start. Packs need to be turned off so we get our 30 to 40 pounds. Engine bleeds need to be open. Come over here to the overhead. The beacon needs to be on. And I am going to switch camera views so that we can do it this way. Now I'm leaving the checklist up here for y'all. It starts getting rough to see. Matter of fact, you know what? It's time for the aviation flashlight. Seriously? Am I not high enough? Oh, I'm looking in the wrong spot. Okay, hang on. Don't need it now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I set my view up so I can see the start valves right here when I hit the starter. Again, down, start valve on, come down. Again, as you see on the checklist, it says wait for 20%, then start valve to idle. Oh. We'll repeat that. Just waiting for, okay, the light just went out, oil pressure's up. Waiting on it to stabilize. We're going to repeat for 1, then 3. Start valves on. N2 is building, getting close to 20. And there's 20. There comes the fuel valve. EGT is coming up. N1 is rising. Oil pressure light should be going out here soon. There it goes. And then I wait for them to stabilize. Stable. All right. Last engine, number 3. Again, here's your number 3 engine. There's the valve just at 20. Boom. Coming alive. Rolling up on N2, EGT, and N1. Sometimes I feel like a sports announcer here, folks. And there's N1 coming around N2, and N2 in the backstretch going into the EGT. Yeah, wouldn't work out well, but you know, probably not a lot of money in that either. So, I'll keep my day job. All right, we're all fired up here. First thing I'm going to do is close each generator off. Put that to it and pull the air cart, pull the gen. Bring up the rear air stair. And head back, shut down the APU. Pack 1 on. Pack 2 coming on, and we'll turn that on. Let's go to Gen 1. Finally, down to the bottom here, we'll turn the A system on for the hydraulics. B is already on. Let's go ahead and close these guys up. Pitot heat's on. Alright, after start, ignition, pitot heat, start levers, door lights are out. Okay, and it's 9, 7. Door lights are out, okay. And the actual plane, I don't know where they would be. I think on here if they actually modeled them, but they don't. Ground equipment clear, anti-ice as required, yaw dampers, check, flight controls. Alright, now, the only thing you'll be able to see on the flight control gauge here, folks, unless you all tell me where the aileron is checked, elevator, rudder. Because I sure don't see anything telling me that the ailerons are working. Pull back, pull forward, center. Rudders. Okay. And finally, let's do a quick check of our performance. We're on takeoff. So 110, 110, 122. Set the bugs. They are set. Flaps 20. Trim. Okay, anti-ice, pitot heat. Flight instruments set, flight controls checked, speed brakes are down. Flaps set. Stave trim set for takeoff, galley power. Second check on. Electrical, no lights, checked. Fuel heat. That is these guys right here. They're all unlit. Hydraulics set, quantities good. APUs off, pressure set, 34,000. 10 feet for the arrival. Flight guard switch still ground. And we're ready to go. Here we go for a power back. Let's, well, usually I like getting rid of the jetway first. Let's see if we're going to actually get rid of it today. Hey, we got rid of it. All right. Again, folks, we are going to power back, nose facing this way. Reverse thrust on. Baltimore traffic, Piedmont 447, power back, Bravo 2. Facing west. Yep. Don't use your brakes to stop, folks. Good way to get a tail strike. Okay, brakes set. Final checks. Radar on. Up 5. Okay. Transponder. I'm going to go ahead and go to TARA, even though we're not online. What else do we have here? Stabilizer set, galley power, electric, hydraulics. Air conditioning auto pack will hold for the runway. Here we go. This is true, you wouldn't over-rotate. Matter of fact, in this plane it's actually kind of tough. It actually has a tail skid on it. Next to the DB Cooper switch. You all think I jest. There is an actual switch put on the planes. It's going to be hard to see by day. But it's right there, and it's meant for one thing and one thing only. Prevent somebody from opening that door in flight to jump out. Now, right ahead of it, right there is the tail skid. There just to protect the aircraft from over-rotating on takeoff and striking the rear nozzle. Alright, the only thing I haven't set, we'll do that at the end of the runway. I may have to take a quick break here, folks. But I have not set my altimeter. $2994. And granted, it's not that bad. Alright, we're gonna hold right here. I gotta run to the lab real quick, be right back. Alright folks, we've been released for departure. So, here we go. All set up here. And we'll see if we remember these guys quicker. Here we go. Baltimore traffic, Piedmont 447, type 727 100, departing 15, right? Paleo 3 departure. Roger, cleared for takeoff 15, right? Piedmont 447. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead to could have done a power on run, but I want to make sure a couple of things get turned on this time. All right. Here we go, folks. %, go to full. Takeoff power set. Speeds alive, 80. Cross check. All good.
E1, rotate.
Gear up. Okay, and heading. Let's go ahead and bring up 1 notch of flaps. Okay, I'm waiting for I am just going to go ahead and see where we are here. Speed. Just looking good. Alright folks, we are out of Baltimore and on our way to Woolston. Offline, just so you all know, that's just me talking to myself, clearing myself for takeoffs. Boston is still wall to wall. After takeoff checklist, a little behind, but we'll get it. No smoking lights, landing gears up, and we need to get that turned off. Landing gear flaps are up, no lights auto pack back to cutoff. Light switch over. Second pack on. Galley power's on. Fuel pressurization set. We're on our way, folks. And again, if I haven't said it enough, thank you so much for flying with Mike. We sure appreciate y'all. And, well, let's see. Something doesn't seem right. I think we're still going straight. We should be turning. Yep, we should have been. All right. Let me fix that here. We'll go direct speak. I know what I... Cut it out. Cut it out. Go. Nav. Alright, I just forgot to set the other half up. Alright, and in here, set our 0 for the climb out. There we go. And just got a little wide, that's all. Not bad. Alright folks, so there you go. Over Baltimore through 57, oh I'm sorry, 15,000. I think we can turn the lights off safely now. I'll go ahead and get the wing lights. I think that's the wing light. Yeah. And we'll go the electronics allowed. All right, and away we go. Done this with the 767 like I said yesterday, folks, but you know, it just sometimes I like just bringing out the old bones. And here, and since we're above 15, I need to get us speeding up. I just realized that. Nice building up in speed. Just about to 280. Seatbelt, anti-ice gears up, flaps up, auto packs back, hydraulics shutting them down. Okay, and then you can see our speeds there. We should be IAS climb. We are. Not really liking the fact we're not completely on course. Justice City. Well, we'll see what it does to Donald. Okay, 18,000, back to, All right, and we are heading out to SIE. That will explain it right there. Thought we said it. Now we're firming up. All right, so now we're on our way, folks. Okay, so I really hope y'all are having a great day. Sounder AU, welcome in again, sir. We're trying this. You know, the second time's always got to be the charm, right? So we're going to give it a try again. See if we can't get in there at night. I don't think we'll be in the weather this time, but hey, and we're on a different runway, shorter. Hey, let's go ahead and throw a little challenge. It's shorter. But welcome in, welcome in. Awesome, awesome. Sorry we're not on FlyJsim with the conundrum that happened last time. We're going to fly it offline, but I am glad. That is my main goal here, folks. Inspire y'all to fire up these planes, be it old, be it new. My goal is to get you offline. Now, my biggest goal, which, you know, we make it or not, is for a nice big group flight going somewhere, but those are always so hard to get everybody's schedule to meet up. So, all right, so we're passing 28,000. Just, let me see here, I gotta zoom in, because it's 0.78, so it's right there, folks, where we'll switch into Mach mode for the climb. And all that's doing is using the nose, remember, folks. It's not locking in per se, in big quotes, air quotes, whatever you want to use, to that it'll fly 0.78. It's using the pitch to maintain it. Just about there. You can notice how the nose is dramatically down. We were at around the 2,000 to 3,000 foot, coming through 10,000. Now we're near 1,000. I'm going to go ahead and kick us into IAS, or a Mach. All right, there we go. And then once we level off, we'll set the airspeed by the throttle, not by the autopilot, like many of you are used to in your buses and 737-800s, 47-400s, and so forth. And even a few of you out there with those 767s. But our main mission here is to basically inspire people to get from watching. Wait, don't get me wrong, I love y'all watching, but to get you from watching to flying. I mean, to me, this is where I relax, folks. I know relaxment is to each their own. This is how I relax. And try to get through my allergies. So sorry for the clearing of the throat so much. All right, there's the whistle saying we're coming into top of climb. Sure did, doggone it. Miles ahead, we'll be making that turn up towards Hampton. We got to first go out, meet another airway to go in. As we level off, we're just going to now wait 80, which I'll set the pointer to. Basically, it's just a visual cue for me. Just in case we lose it. That being the something in the autopilot, I have it set so it'll stay pretty close to course. Just about waiting, so we can pull back. Alright, there we go, folks. Headed towards Manta, then up to Hampton. Hope y'all enjoy the ride. Thanks for flying with us, folks. We love all of y'all that follow along. Hit that follow button. And for those that click subscribe, we just the same, folks. Just helps us get the 747-200 that we have in the hangar. I am going to be dusting that one off here soon, folks. I do have some sad news. Not sad in, oh my, what happened? I did not bid for Across the Pond, so we will not have Across the Pond stream. I really thought long and hard over it, but the routes, I mean, one really kind of piqued my interest. Apollo to Johannesburg, South Africa. But you know, things going on in my household that day and all, that's just the wrong trip. Now, Barbados to Lisbon also intrigued me, but again, I'm like, you know, this year I'm just going to have to pass again and let someone else have it. So hopefully the person who took my slot enjoys it. And that'll give me time to warm up for it, get back in shape with the 747-200. Hopefully by the next one, everything will be up and running in X-Plane 12 perfectly, no errors, no problems, and we'll have a better stream out of it. That's what I was looking at. So, like I said, a little sad on my part because I really did want to try crossing the pond again, but no, it's just not meant to be this time. And I knew Slim Pickens was what I was going to get, and boy, did I have Slim Pickens. Even so much as there was one I might have booked, but I left. Matter of fact, Jaguar was asking me if I'm watching the chat box. Am I watching the chat box? Well, that's when I was over on the Cross the Pond site, looking to see what I'm going to have a chance to bid at. That flight was still open. Came back, answered, and a few other things happened on stream. Went back and was taken. I went, really? Holy mackerel, because I still had like an hour, 2 hours to go till I was cleared to bid. So, bummer, bummer. But, you know, God has interesting things always planned for us, everyone. Just as the saying that you all saw in the beginning, do not comfort any longer to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That renewing, by the way, is by Jesus Christ. Then, only then, will you be able to test and then approve God's will is. His good, His pleasing, and His perfect will for you. So, that's why we're just going to take that as, you know, God saying that's not what I want you to do Saturday. So, you know what? We'll oblige. Well, we always will oblige God. Sorry, He knows better than I do. So, I hope y'all enjoy. Have a great weekend. We're going to try to push this thing now into good old Beantown. Right, and for those who are able to hear my voice, see the stream, thank you. We are in a commercial break right now. I want to thank you very much for putting forth your hard-earned money to help the stream along. And thank you so much. I said this earlier, folks. You guys helped me to get that 747. It's you subscribers that helped me to get this 727. Well, I would have said the 707, but it's free. But it's that kind of support that helps keep the stream going and helps it to grow. I know some of you would like to see specific aircraft, some that I don't know. They may come in, they may not. But I can't, you know, do it all. So thank you for the support you provide. God bless you. All right, folks, welcome back. So, we are on our way, folks, and see what we can do this time. See if we can actually capture the glide slope, lock it in. We did not do that yesterday, and get this bird on the ground. All right, let's see where we are here. Coming up very close to Manta. So I am going to come down here, switch radios over. All right, now I meant to tell you all of this earlier. Yesterday's group would know. The only thing that kind of, I don't know if I want to say hurts, but keeps you on your toes. Now, when you set nav1 in a normal plane, you also set a DME possible if you have that equipment in your Cessna Viper. Okay, we all know that, right? Usually, it makes sense on the cockpit where it's at. All right, nav1, you set it, will work this HSI when you're in nav. Hey, that's how it should be. nav2 will work this one. However, where the quirkiness comes in, there's your DME1, there's your DME for nav. So your nav1's DME equipment is over here. nav2 is here. Very confusing sometimes. That's why you'll see us. Hi, spaceman, what's up? My day was... Yes, I know. Oh, still flying there, spaceman. Got that first one in. Now we're going to reattempt the tragic flight of last night and see if we can make it successful. Hopefully, I see you've got the site pretty much back and going. I don't know percentage-wise where you're at, but yeah, I can see your day was rough. Mine so far has gone well. So we made a nice run at Kitech. Man, I love that approach. That's actually fun. Pretty much better follow the altitudes or be ready to drop like a rock, which is what I had to do. And I think the altituding in it was way off. So, but that's just me. I'm just a private pilot trying to play commercial pilot. Awesome. That is great to hear, Spaceman. Much better than the message as we departed Bangkok this morning. Much better to hear. And you can now put some of that hair back in your head. All right, folks, 78 miles. Where are we 78 miles to? Plume. Then Cheryl, then Dunny. All right, Dunny is here. This way too many fixes in one spot. Man, this is something. I think that's this one. That one's Sardine rifle. Okay, got it. Alright, so, yeah. So right now, folks, we're 73 miles from Hampton. Now let's figure up our top of descent. Why? Well, because we have an altitude restriction ahead of us. Go ahead and get rid of this. Bring charts back up. Go ahead and get rid of this. And I am just going to go ahead and bring in... Uh-oh. Hey, somehow got rid of... How did I do that? Well, I know how I did it. Which? Alright, so we're going to come over Hampton. We're going to track up here to Providence. Now, we're not landing 4 left and right, so this restriction does not apply. However, Cran, we'll call it 16 miles east, does have a restriction for us of 11,270. 11,000 feet at 270. So, bring up the FMC real quick. It's not going to like this, but you know what? And it's going to say unable to. I'm going to go ahead and throw 270 in front of it too. I wonder if I could do clear, delete. I was thinking I might be able to reset Providence. Nah, we're not going to even try it. So, anyway, there's our restriction, 11,000. All right, so from that point, we got to figure out from 33,000, where do we start our top of descent? So it's 33 minus 11, 22, we'll times 3. So about 76 miles from Cran. Well, we got, like I said, 16 here, plus 73, let's see, 16. 89. So basically, when we come over HTO right here, we might as well start descending. We'll do about a 2,000 to 2,300 foot a minute. Again, folks, you're eyeballing it. Just do the best you can. And we're going to maintain that down. We got 47 miles to do that in. Okay, so once we come over Cran, we're going off on 074, planning not the ILS to 2. But the ILS to runway 27. Did I lose contact? There we go. There we go. So we got a 290 at 9 wind. That's why we're coming in 270, and 10 miles. Few clouds. Got a ceiling at 2,800 feet, broken to 22,000. So that's why we're using this ILS. It's 111.3. Get that set momentarily. Heading 272. Ripping. We need to be at 1,700 feet on the glide slope, folks. That's what we had troubles with yesterday. 460 on the DH MSL, which is different this time. 443. Right, get that set for the radar antenna. And 6,000 mandatory. So we'll descend from here 11,000 to 6,000 once we come off Graham. Okay, got the altitude set. Looks like we got a fix coming up. Shuttle, coffee, and then into Hampton. Alright, so that's our game plan, folks. Let me pull this up, get landing. We're going to plan a 118 for landing speed with flaps at 30. Set those bugs, 299. And again, the mileage up here does not match because fixes are between us and Hampton. Coming off Hampton. Oops. Need to get that set. We're going to be tracking 15.6. That set. Again, now I'm set to Hampton, so that's why this is throwing you off. Head over here. There we go. That'll help. Off Hampton is 5.2. Close to where we're at right now. We're going to go ahead and switch to Hampton. like, is it ever gonna? I mean, I've just been clicking a couple at a time. It's gonna get a little steeper. I'm gonna set our descent for 270. That looks like a pretty good number right there. Pretty close to what we want. We'll watch our airspeed, that it hugs close. Now this is gonna go up, folks. Unless it's tagging with us, and I don't know how to make that happen. I try and try and try, and it never works. Alright, so we're going to flip to 15. Go, folks. See a little bit of the lingering clouds here in the Boston area. How's our descent? Still looking good. Speed. Still close. Have to use speed brakes, folks. Do it. Alright, they had their fun. Now it's time to get in your chairs. It's a set our radar also here. 4 there. Alright. By the way, Hawker, if you're paying attention, remember what we looked at 1-4 left in Mid-America? Theirs is 400 feet too. And I'm pretty sure that's coming in over the water. So I don't know what sets that up. Looks like the altimeter in Boston's 2.992, so that's one less thing we have to change. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and back just. I feel like I'm getting a little fast, 34 miles. And dropping 10,000. Actually, I'd have to do another 360 like we did yesterday. Okay, there's 270. See how that speed bug, folks, right here, stuck with the 0.78. It didn't hold at 270 where we started at. Come back to it about 18,000, it'll have moved again. Hopefully we'll hold our speed. And we are going to run the descent checklist. Alright, so shoulder harness is tightened up for landing. Any ice? I don't think we're going to need any. Ignitions on, altimeters are set, APRs are set, fuels balanced, hydraulics set, AC and pressure. AC, did I set? I think I did. Or was there a... Again, folks, hope y'all had a great day. Feel free to smash that follow button. Follow us on our next adventure. And if you should see this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Now, difference between subscribing with YouTube and subscribing here on Twitch. Twitch, if you subscribe, it costs money. You subscribe on YouTube, nothing out of your pocket. It's just like follow there, folks. You would have to, I forget the term they use, but you have to basically become a member of that channel to pay. And I don't know how to do any of that yet, so all you can do there is subscribe and watch the videos. And I'm glad y'all are going over there and watching the ones you miss. I'm really enjoying that. Glad to see that people like the content, or at least watch the content, making me think they like the content. And hopefully we can think about more work with YouTube as well. Okay, so 2992 set across the board, so we don't have to worry about transition. We are currently 9 miles from Providence. 19,000. I think we're going to make 11. Coming over Providence right now, folks, so little turn to the left here, 07. And then once we hit Crane, we'll switch to a 090-ish to kind of parallel 27 and continue down. Okay, let me get my ILS up here. So this one will be. All right, we're about to go to vectors. So what I'm going to do, get on a more 090-ish off of Providence here. Get us down, we're going to get it all down to 6. Alright, so speed's maintaining right about where I wanted at, about 240. Then, altitude selector. Very critical, folks. If you don't turn this on, it'll blow right through whatever you set. So, something to think about when you're flying this beast. Alright, let's roll back. And 12.7. That's where it goes. That tells me how far out from town I am. 30 minutes. And being nav 2, it will be this. So it's right now, right off our left side, straight out. To see anything. Hard to tell. Okay, we're getting to the end of this chart, so let me write down. Okay, go ahead again like I did yesterday, cutting. Some miles out. It's kind of going to work our way around to catch them. Give you an idea of what I'm working on. Okay, so here's us coming up. Here's AB. That's where we're going to intercept the localizer. Our way into the airport. Minnesota South. Kind of over. Need to maybe push it over. Okay. Let's see if we can maintain the speed right here until we get in a little closer, and then we'll slow to 210. Get our first notch of flaps out. So, looking through this chat, don't see much going on, folks. I guess we're on a good track. That'll get us right onto it, and hopefully a good localizer at 6,000 will be nearly 20 miles out, so that's good. About another minute in this direction, if we can make a turn. That may do, yeah, I think do it. So hope y'all have a safe weekend planned ahead. If not, try to make it safe, folks. Love to see you for the next stream. Just tweaking up things. Okay, a little bit longer than a minute, but I think we're ready to make that turn. Turning to 360. Go ahead and let her slow. Middle power, not much. Alright, that way you all can see what's going on here. Right about 220 if I can. No help from the speed bug now. And letting me know where that is. intercept. At the same time, I think I know what I did this time. Okay, there's flap spot. Alright, let's see if the GS glide slope locks today. There's 200. To get the next notch of flaps in. Looks like it on there. Okay, Boston Tower, paid mod 447, established 27. Looked like it had done this yesterday. For some reason it did not. That's why we're watching. Flight attendants, take your seats for landing, please. This approach is 3,000, so a ways to go to set that. You knew that was going to happen, folks. It's saying we are locked. Okay, we're 11 miles out at Logan. Okay, break out of that layer. Sorry for the cough in the ears, folks. Here we go. $3,000. Let's approach altitude set. flaps 25. One flaps 30. Set up. Shoot. And yes, folks, that is AI traffic ahead of me. Stable landing.
Light slow. 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 Light. 100. 50. 40, 30, 20, 10.
Alright folks, welcome to Boston. This time not in a field, this time on the runway. One second here. We gotta head to the E gates. Let's take our time. Okay. Let's get the flaps up. Spoilers down. Ignition, pitot heat can come off, wing ice can come off, radar and transponder to standby. Alright, back here. Galley power goes off. And of course, we get the APU up and ready. Alright folks, so that was a nice flight. Really, I mean, that was a good landing, folks. I saw it, I couldn't believe it. I'm still getting. I mean, that was incredible. After especially yesterday, made me happy to see. Alright, well, I think Northwest parked in the E-gates. That's still a little bit of a taxi. And by the C and E, I think they were with Continental. United, Continental. Well, actually, I don't know if Continental was there back then. I mean, technically, I know where U.S. Airways parked, and there I was thinking again, I'm going to go ahead and pull in here. I forgot where Piedmont. I've been doing that all day with this flight, or the last couple of days with this flight, folks. Let me reach back there, kick the APU up. Okay, and let's make the turn. I have a guidance sign. Holy crap. I haven't seen one of these in a long time. Okay, APU is on. Go to the generator. Good here. Packs are on. Okay, well, and welcome to Boston this time, folks. Alright, after landing, we've done all those. Parking brakes, start levers, seat belts, rotating beacon, and air conditioning set. Well, folks, there you go. We have a nice, successful flight tonight. Far better than last night. Let's just put it that way. All right, so let's review this, shall we? For that, we'll bring up Sim Toolkit. I'm going to go to the flight summary page first. Looks like we need to finish the flight. Right, there it is at the top. We'll view. Look at that, 81 feet a minute, folks. I screwed up. I should have clicked out. There we go. Unlike KITAC, we can actually see here where we landed. You can see it in KITAC. You just couldn't see a runway because it no longer exists. All right, there's your threshold, folks. Must be a berm here is why they got a 400-foot minimum. Anyway, because it's all water. Well, maybe out here. That could be, maybe. But anyway, here's where we aim visually. Where we want to land is anywhere from this blue dot, which is the threshold. It looks like in this case, no further than either this intersection. I don't see what looks like any lines ahead of it. So somewhere in between, say here and here, because these hash marks are 500 feet apart. So that's going to put it pretty close in here. So from about here back to the end of the runway. So there's your threshold. That's where you want to land. We did it in 1,800 feet. Left 9 feet of the center line. Not bad. Heading dead on. Actually 0.5 off. And we were supposed to be 118, landed at 119. So that's a really good landing there, folks. All right, so we'll pull this out. All right, now I am not going to review this. Just because, oh, I think our generator died. Told you, folks. I'll get to that in just a second. Let's take care of the aircraft first. People are going, oh my God, it's dark in here. What do we do? Just walk. Okay, and it'll take a little bit for that to juice up, but there we go. All right, there comes the air. All right, and then shut this down so they can start working on the generator. Shut this off as well. No. All right, now to fix something, folks, you just come here to the maintenance system. It's the one with the wrench. Look for reports, and look, APU AC gen failed. What did I tell you at the beginning? It fails just about every flight. For me, at least. Obviously, I don't know how to run it. But there you go, folks. That's the flight. That was a great flight. Let's take a look at it again. As we are in the town of Baltimore. Now, this is freeware scenery that I've added, folks. I really like this scenery. It's XP11, as we all know. And it's really, really good scenery. You'll see it better in the daytime, obviously, but yeah. So we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. It'd be kind of useless to fly this thing through the night. You wouldn't be able to really make out anything, learn anything. And that's the big reason I do the fly, the reruns. Show those landings over and over and over, so people get a feel. I figure out where did I hold back, add too much, things of those natures to make these landings better for you. So, hope y'all enjoyed. Hit that follow button if you did. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. love to see you all on the next flight. Not sure yet what the next flight will be, when it will be, probably Monday. So for now, I just want to say thank you, and I wish you all a great weekend ahead of you. Be safe, make great decisions so we can see you right where you are Monday.